another win. Do you notice do you notice that? Like that it's still going, the music stops, and then the title card is still up before we see each other. Have you noticed that?
No, it sounds fine on my end.
It's something on my end then.
You
Anyway,
started way too soon.
Padres win. They beat the Rockies. They're 8-0 at home. They win 8-0. Nick Pivetta, sensational. Power of friendship inning. Shout out to Much Morton's. Fernando Tatis Jr., I guess the shoulder's okay. He happened to go 2 for 4 with a stolen base and a home run. Hit a ball like 112 miles per hour. Gavin Sheets has been terrific. Bullpen was great. Kind of an odd, foggy marine layer night down there. Didn't matter. And what more can you say? I mean, the Padres without Jackson Merrill and without Jake Cronenworth now, but just continue to win. And how about like the guy that replaces Cronenworth tonight, and Jose Iglesias had not just one, but 2 hits in the 6-run inning. He had the RBI that broke open the scoreless game there in the 5th inning. It was a tight game for half of the game, and then the Padres blew it open in the 5th. So make your way in. Kind of an early start for the wrap-up show here. So make your way in, subscribe. We'd love to get to 8,300 subscribers with your help tonight. So if you're here live or on replay, please subscribe. If you have not subscribed to the channel, we have year-round content for you. If you're a Padres or a baseball fan, smash the like button for us. Follow us on X, at John Schaefer, at Jim Russell SD. We see the first super of the night from No Mama, like that name. We'll get to all of the supers here tonight. If you want to control the direction of the conversation, if you want to support the channel, click the $ below the chat box. We have new emojis, 3 new emojis tonight if you become a member. Action Jackson and 2 others that I forget that I sent to Jim a couple of days ago. But we have 3 new emojis for members. Click the join button down below. But 11-3, Jim, best record in baseball, a near perfect night for the Padres. I think 14 or 15 combined strikeouts from the staff. Pivetta was awesome. And like you put, I think in the tweet you sent out, there's a scenario now where the Padres might, in fact, be a better team than the Rockies. It's possible. Yeah. It's early, but it's possible this year they have a better record.
Yeah, watching the game tonight, I think I had an epiphany.
An epiphany.
And an epiphany. Both. I had an epiphany and an epiphany. I had all of it.
Love it, dude.
Yeah, the Rockies are not a good baseball team. That was my hot take from tonight's game.
Yeah.
That the Rockies are not good and that the Padres are better. Not only are they better, they're better by a lot. The Rockies.
I agree.
The Rockies suck. Now watch the Rockies win 6-2 tomorrow, and then it's my fault.
Good.
But overall, the Rockies are going to lose 100+ games this year. And the Padres are hopefully going to be beating up on the Rockies all season long. That was my first takeaway. Second takeaway, Nick Pivetta at home, feel like he likes Petco Park. I mean, he is at Petco Cy Young 2.0. He's amazing. Fernando Tatis Jr. looks fine to me. Did you notice, though, on the home run, it was a 2-swinger? Or hold on the bat with both hands?
He had 2 hands on the bat tonight.
Okay, so I noticed that, and the first thing that came to my head was interesting. That's how he swings after he, hurts his surgically repaired shoulder, is with 2 hands on the bat instead of 1.
Although that swing worked too for him. He goes back and forth with that. You know what I mean? Like since the shoulder injuries, he's had success with the 2-handed swing, but maybe that's part of the Tatis rules moving forward, although he ran tonight on the bases too.
He did, but still, that tells me obviously the shoulder's still not bothering. Well, I mean, it's still bothering him.
Bothering him. Yeah, it might be.
It's definitely something that keep an eye on. He looks good. Jose Iglesias, talked about today on John and Jim, if you're going to lose anybody, if it's Jake Cronenworth, thank goodness you have Jose Iglesias to back him up. And if he can hit like he did last year with the Mets, I mean, by the time Jake gets back, I'm not saying he's going to get Wally pipped or anything, but pretty good backup if Jose Iglesias can put together any type of numbers they did comparable to last year with the Mets. And defensively, there's no drop off at all with him either. So
exactly. He's a really good defender. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the depth, I mean, you can't have too much depth. It's a good thing if players produce when Merrill and Cronenworth are out. That's a good thing.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So all in all, good team win. Schulte dropped it in the post game. Winners find solutions. Where's that shirt?
To make one. Hey, Jeff.
Where's that? Winners find solution.
All right, let's get to some of the supers, guys. If you are here, subscribe. Year on content for you, and thank you for the super chats. Just click the dollar sign below the chat box. So in this 6-run inning, thank you to Mama for getting us started. He says Jason Hayward is so lucky about the catcher. There was interference right after Iglesias gave him a 1-0 lead. It looks like you're going to have a tailor-made 1-6-3 double play. Au contraire, because of catcher's interference. That opened the floodgates. I don't even know if they scored another run in the inning without that play. Here's the thing. The pitching was so good. I don't even know if it mattered. They could have won this game maybe 1-0 or 8-0. But that was a big moment of the game. What a big inning. Just, again, kind of friendship to death, singled to death, the speed, the bases, clutch, timely hitting. It was just German Marquez was really good until he wasn't. It's like the wheels just completely fell off in the 5th inning for a guy that has been a very good major league pitcher. He's on a very bad team right now. He's coming off Tommy John. I don't know if we had seen a 6-run inning for the Padres this year, Jim. I don't fully recall. We do this every single day, but that was a big inning for San Diego, maybe their biggest of the year, and it completely opened up the game. They weren't losing after scoring 6 runs in the 5th.
How many? Remember last year we started a tally. You started a tally of like 5-run innings.
It was a huge number, massive number.
Yeah, they just would when the it was like an avalanche. Like when they started rolling in an inning, it was like, all right, 5-run inning plus incoming. Yeah, there we go, Jeff.
Don't sleep, Jeff.
Round the clock, buddy.
Just go to the Petco and then come home and just
yeah. You're the best, Jeff. Yeah, look, they I thought this game tonight, and I texted you, I'm like, this game's gonna end by 8:00. I mean, you look up.
If not for that 5th inning, it would have, dude.
Oh, for sure. You look up and you're like, it's the bottom of the 5th. It was like, I think 7:45-ish. The bottom of the 5th, maybe. I
was like, yeah. Whoa. It was moving, dude.
Yep. So good inning, and that's all he needed, obviously. I mean, looking at the Rockies tonight, 15 strikeouts and 1 walk.
Yeah, that's just, I mean, and how about the fact that Kyle Farmer had 3 hits and that's all they had, right? Was that their final?
All they had. Kyle Farmer was 3 for 4. Everyone else was over.
Yeah, that's truly unbelievable. I mean, yeah, this team has such an awful makeup between these veterans like Tovar, McMahon, and Bryant, and then these young dudes that have no business of being up. And they've lost 100 games back-to-back years. They'll likely lose 100 games 3 consecutive years in Denver. Like, it's just an awful look for what used to be a pretty good franchise in their infancy, but it's fallen on hard times. Eric, thank you for the super chat. He says, get to Dollander early tomorrow. Yes, he will start for the Rockies' former first-round pick. The Rockies' bullpen is horrendous. That's Chase Dollander, who is a very high pick within the last year or two, a top 5 or top 10 pick. He has struggled. They're so young. We had Kyle Newman. He covers the beat for the Rockies on the radio today, John and Jim. And he's like, you kind of feel for Buddy Black. You got this veteran manager that has won, that is well respected. Is he the one to lead you through this forever rebuild? He's gotten no support from this front office. They've spent money so oddly, like that Chris Bryant deal. It's not great. I'm sure there'll be glimmers. They have young talent. Dollander's an example of that. But he's right. The bullpen has been bad. The Rockies, just as a team, have been awful. So hopefully the Padres can continue this tomorrow.
Yeah, I feel bad for Buddy Black, but hey, man, there's only 30 of them in the world, and he's one of them, manager. And, he's just going to have to wear it. And if I was a young player, though, playing for Buddy Black.
Good experience. Yeah, good opportunity.
It's good opportunity. Yep. I mean, the team might suck and the organization might suck, but at least your manager, you can learn something from him. And he's not going to.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, I rather have Buddy be my manager than who's the manager for the Marlins? I don't even know. I don't even know his name. First time manager.
After Skip Schumacher, yeah.
Yeah. I want to,
Clayton McCullough.
I knew the last name started with an M.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd rather much have Buddy Black than Clayton McCullough as my manager. So
yeah, it's a fair point.
Yeah.
What is that out there? Maybe people playing tennis. I'm not sure. No, Mama, thank you.
Okay.
There's people playing tennis at like 10 o'clock at night. Do y'all think they will extend Sheets? They don't need to
No, he's
because
under team control until 28.
yeah, he's so young and experienced. He has limited big league time. I mean, he spent a decent amount of time with the White Sox, but yeah, like Jim just said, I mean, you're talking, is it 3 seasons or is it 4? I don't know if it's after 28 or after 27, but whatever. You have him for years if he produces, and you know, it looks like this might be sustainable. We've had a couple of people tell us. I think Kyle Glazer said, you know, this guy's it's gonna work out here. Like there were signs that it could have worked out in Chicago, bad team, kind of exposed. But now that he's in the right spot, it looks like he's taking advantage of it. I get it. It's 2 weeks. It's 14 games, but he's been really promising, Jim. Like he could be just an absolute godsend for this team. Filling his role, not playing every day, but doing his job, he could be just a huge piece for this team.
Huge. He's a lefty power bat. If they can unlock something, and it kind of feels like they might have, again, it's a very small sample size. He could regress to the means very easily.
Yep.
And go back to his career numbers, or at least go back to what he did with the White Sox. But you know, I don't know when they picked Gavin Sheets up, he would have been my pick for Diamond in the Rough of the Year award. Like,
yeah.
I mean, last year you could have added. I mean, last year it was easily Jerkson Profar was the Diamond in the Rough, like award winner. Now again, might have been tainted a little bit because of steroids potentially, but still, he was never tested positive. He was easily the Diamond in the Rough award winner for last year's team. Could Gavin Sheets be the Diamond in the Rough award winner this year for this team? I hope so, because if I'm choosing a guy to be like a breakout player, I want that person to have some pop. And Gavin Sheets has pop from the left side, which is you know, you need it. And especially in like a postseason series, and there's you know, lefty on the mound to start, so Gavin Sheets is on the bench, and they bring in a righty, and you need to pinch hit, and Gavin Sheets comes in there. That's the perfect type of player you want pinch hitting in those situations, because, you know, hey, we need you to do something. Boom, home run. Like, I hope it's him. It would be awesome story. It'd be great. And the best part is, if it is him, like we talked about, dude's under control with his team for next 3 years.
Yeah, no, he's been a bright spot 100%. I completely agree with you. It could be a massive pickup that wasn't seen as one when it was made. Vector 53, appreciate you guys. If you're here, subscribe here on content for Padres and baseball fans. And thank you for the super chats. Click the $sign below the chat box, like Vector 53, who says, must keep beating bad teams. Early wins will matter. I had this wrong today. It's a long story. But either way, how about this stat still remains true, Jim? Since 2021, the Padres are under 500 against the Rockies with tonight, 32-33. With tonight, 4+ seasons under 500 against the Rockies. So the point's valid. You need to beat teams like Colorado. The Padres at times have struggled with that. They just beat up on the A's, right? Took 2 out of 3. So 3 out of 4 here against these lower division teams, so to speak. But they've also played good teams. Like the first week of the year, or what we think could be good teams in Atlanta, Cleveland. We'll see about the Chicago Cubs. But good, bad, and different. It's just nice to win. And 11-3, man, is historically good for the Padres this start. So hopefully it continues.
11-3. Couldn't have asked for a better start, obviously. Just keep piling up wins. They're 8-0 now at Petco Park.
That's wild.
Do you think they could go 81-0, John?
If they do, I bet I could see them in the postseason this year.
Yeah, I could see that. You know, maybe if they went like 75-6, they would have a good shot to make the postseason.
I mean, how good could they be at home? Not something stupid like that, but they haven't always been great at home. What if it's like a really damn good year at home where they are freaking tough to beat at home? At 8-0, that's at least feasible.
Give me, because I'm not good with numbers, what is a 650 win percentage? That's a super high number.
650 at home?
Yeah.
5 out of 8 is 625, so that would be 50 wins is 625. I would say 52-29, 53-28. I think that's doable at 8-0. I really do. Or something to strive for, you know?
Yeah. You go 53-28 at home. I mean,
It's
you
pretty
go
good.
500 on the road, you're sitting at close to 100 wins.
You'd have
Probably
93, 53 plus 40.
okay. Yeah, you're right.
So, and they could be better than 40 and 41 on the road. Let's see, 53 divided by 81 is what winning percentage? 654. So either 52 or 53 wins is in the 650 range at home.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
possible. I mean, teams do that at home. So maybe the Padres do that
I mean,
this year.
you win
Mhm.
40, say you go 43-38 on the road. Very, very doable.
Plus
53-28 at
52,
home.
yeah, 52, 53. You're looking at 94, 95, 96.
Yeah. Anyway, the point is starting the season 8-0 at home is amazing. And the home field advantage, you feel it. I mean, there's already been 6 sellouts this year in 8 games, and the 2 other games had like 39,000 there.
Right.
So, I mean, most ballparks you could say that's a sellout. And they just uh you know are a team at home that it's going to be tough to beat. They just feel like they're tough to beat at Petco because you ain't getting the, 30% crowd of the other team's opposing fans. Now, you wouldn't get that with the Rockies anyway, but I'm curious to see what the Cubs series looks like because Cubs fans do travel. And then going forward, like tonight, you know, in the, when was it? Probably like the 7th or 8th inning. I forget who was up. Someone struck out for the Padres, and like it was dead silent. Like there are no Rockies fans there. There are no
I mean, there
opposing
are no
fans there.
Rockies
There's
fans.
no Rockies fans, but my point still stands is that park is like 99.99%
Yeah, it's
Padres fans
great.
now.
And not only is it a good home field environment, I feel like they've built their team around their ballpark. What I mean by that is they like to run.
Mm-hmm.
Their starting pitching they've invested in via trade or free agency here over the years. Their bullpen is elite, best bullpen ERA in baseball. They know if they get a lead, they can hold it. That is true all year. They have not blown a lead with a reliever on the mound this year. Like these are the things that at Petco, where it's tough to overcome multiple run deficits, and you're not always walking into scored 6, 7, 8 runs. Like they're built for this ballpark right now, and they have the power too. They have the real power in the lineup too with guys like Tatis, Merrill, Machado.
Right.
Alejandro, thank you. He says team winning, but how much longer with Hayward? I'm not worried about it, truthfully. I think 0 for tonight, 160 early. He's platooning. They're good. Maybe it'll change. Absolutely could change. There'll be a day it changes if he hits sub 175 all year. He won't last. I'm not overly concerned about it. He hit a ball hard that was a line out in the 7th or 8th or 9th inning, jumping play by the shortstop. I mean, again, he's well past his prime. He's a platoon player and maybe his last season as a major leaguer. And we'll see how long it lasts. But I don't think they're going to make a change like middle of April. I just don't. Not with this team playing so well.
Yeah, there's no need to make a change when you are winning like this. Eventually, there will be moves. It's inevitable.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way you can have Jason Hayward and Yuli Gurriel in this roster the entire year,
Sure.
and they hit, sub 200.
Mm-hmm.
But you also have to look at the team, and if they continue to win, you just ride the wave. Just ride the wave. There's no need to rock the boat when you're 11-3, even though, most of us would say and do what, probably should be done eventually, which is Hayward, Gurriel, thanks, but we need upgrades here. And those will happen unless they perform, and I think, if anything, Brandon Lockridge, a guy that, could do exactly what Hayward does, is probably more valuable to the team because he costs less. He's under control. You can move him up and down as much as you want. And, he does exactly what Hayward does. You can't have 2 guys doing the exact same thing. Not hitting, good defense. Yep. That's what they are.
I would say this, and you're spot on, and we think so much about production. We come into these chats, we have these conversations like, this guy's hitting this against lefties or righties. Right. You have to remember also there's this humanistic element to it, and when a team is winning, you don't always change clubhouse dynamics. because there's no real reason to. Yeah, could you get more production from a player? Yeah. Can you squeeze something more out of your 26th player? Yeah, every team probably can. But you got a veteran that's won World Series before that apparently is likable. We don't know what that dynamic is like. If this team is winning, I don't think they just say, cut him. He's got to
Right.
go.
DFA'd, bro.
Because he's only hitting 170. We could find a guy that could hit 215. I don't think it's again, now if you're 3-11 and this guy can't hit a lick, yeah, of course, because you need to improve. But again, every team can always improve. That will include the 2025 San Diego Padres. At what point do they really put their foot on the gas and be like, we need to get more out of this position? It's holding us back from winning a division or winning a World Series. Well, of course. But I think in the middle of April, it's not their number one concern. It might be a concern. I just don't see it as a number one concern. I think their number one concern right now is the health of this damn team because they're winning, but they know to win a World Series or to get to one, Jackson Merrill and Jake Cronenworth and Fernando Tatis Jr. and Yu Darvish all matter a lot more than Jason Hayward platooning would be my guess.
100%. I care infinitely more about the health of Jackson Merrill and Jake Cronenworth. Now we kind of know the fate of Jake. It's kind of just like, all right, he's probably going to be gone for a little bit. Could be a while. So now to me, the concern of Jake kind of moves to the back burner because we know what's wrong with him.
Yep.
And we know the timetable is probably going to be a little while. Merrill, on the other hand, he's at the forefront of my mind because it's the 10-day IL and the way they're talking about it. Next week they hope to have him come off. But even then, with the messaging from this team is regarding injuries, you just don't know until you see them. You just don't know.
Correct.
So yeah, those are way more. And also the health of Yu Darvish, by the way. Yu Darvish, a guy that started to throw more aggressively today, as Shilty
more
said.
Aggressive catch.
Oh, more aggressive catch. How do you play more aggressive catch? Like
you
catch
toss
the ball
from
harder?
a longer. You throw from a longer distance.
Or do you throw harder from the same distance?
Not off a mound, though.
Does he aggressively catch the ball? Like
maybe the person that he's throwing to does.
Ah, okay. Interesting. So yeah, those are more important. And if Jason Hayward's on this team right now, so be it, as long as they're winning. And they're winning. So he's not affecting the games to the point where they're losing because of him. I mean, if he was doing what he's doing and it felt like every time up with a big moment in the game, runner on second and third with like one out, and he doesn't get the job done or whatever, then yeah, we got a problem. If they're 3-11, then we got a problem. You got to switch things up. Got to get better. They're 11-3.
I think honestly, this tends to happen sometimes in baseball. The more runway you give a player, eventually you turn some type of corner. Not always, but that you give someone a runway and they'll come through. And this is a guy that's been through the battles. Again, I'm not making excuses for him. I have no reason to defend him. I just feel like if you give him more opportunities, he'll eventually turn a corner here. So we'll see. Lyle, thank you for becoming our newest member. If you want to join Lyle, click the join button down below. You're getting 3 new emojis tonight. There's also badges based on your tenure, like 1 month, 2 months, 6 months, and longer. And those badges change. I added new badges in there as well here within the last 48 hours. So we have an Action Jackson emoji. There are 2 others that I forget as well. So if you want to know what they are, click the join button down below like Lyle. Richard, thank you. Appreciate your support of the channel. He's a longtime supporter and a Dodger fan. He says, super chat from Dodger Stadium. A win is a win no matter who you beat. It's BS we don't play until June. I am not a bad guy for being a Dodger fan. No, you're not, Richard. You've been a supporter of the channel, and you're very reasonable to deal with. I haven't checked that score, by the way. The Dodgers are leading and shutting out the Cubs in the 9th inning 3-0. So the Dodgers likely to win tonight at Dodger Stadium against the Cubs as they lead in the 9th 3-0. The division's been awesome. San Diego, Dodgers goes without saying, and San Francisco. San Francisco won this game, right? The game that they led 5-0.
They did. I think they won 9-1.
Yeah, they were dominant tonight.
They were very good tonight.
Yeah, and Marcus Stroman was awful.
Yeah. What was I going to say here? Hold on. I was going to say, where is it? Chat. We got to hit at least 300 likes tonight.
What's the freestyle?
I don't know. But if we
Like
get
Harry
200
Mack,
likes,
Harry Mack, the rapper, he just like does it off the cuff.
I know Mac Dre.
Okay.
I know Eminem.
Yeah, I know Eminem. 8 Mile.
So hit that like button. We're trying to get at least 350 likes tonight. Padres win. They're 11-3, best record in baseball. Still in first place in the National League West. Dominated the Rockies tonight. Hit that like button, and you might get a freestyle at the end of this episode. So
From Jim.
Stay tuned.
We do need to tell you about our title sponsor, Mark Nimitz, in a moment. We do want to thank every so often for the super chat. You can click the $ below the chat box. Please subscribe as well. He says, different players, same results, good coaching. I would agree with that. You have a lot of similar players, guys like Manny Machado and Fernando Tatis Jr. and Dylan Cease and Michael King. I mean, great pieces, bullpen pieces. Yuki Matsui's been awesome, right? But I agree with the sentiment. I think the coaching in the front office has been really good. I agree with that. I think the manager, but just the staff in general, the stability there, I think they deserve a good amount of credit.
For sure. I think the stability of this team now, you feel confident with it, with Victor Rodriguez and Mike Schilt and Ruben Niebla. Like those three guys could be here for a while. Which is pretty cool. I mean, we haven't seen that in we haven't seen that at the Padres where those, hitting coach, pitching coach, manager, they're like around for more than 2 years.
For like 1 year on average, it felt like for a while. 5-6 years, it felt like that it was, rotating door is what it felt like. Let's get back to the conversation in a moment. We do need to tell you about our title sponsor, Mark Nimitz. He has been with us since the first day of the wrap-up show, which is over 4 years ago or something like 4 years ago on YouTube. Mark's been with us since day one. Die-hard Padres fan, huge supporter of the channel, lifelong San Diegan. If you have an insurance need, let Mark take care of you. Trust us. He's a great insurance agent. I've got homeowners, life, and earthquake insurance policies through Mark. He does auto and renters and more, and whatever you need, he's there for you. So click the link in the description down below. Get free quotes online or call Mark. He will talk to you about the Padres. I promise you that. And he will save you money as well on your insurance. If you need him, he's there for you day or night. He is just terrific with service and communication. I needed him a couple of years ago to file a claim. He saved us so much money, so much time. So can't thank Mark enough. He has been with us since day one on the wrap-up show. If you support the channel and have any insurance need before you renew, get in contact with Mark Nimitz at Farmers Insurance.
Yeah, all his information is on that ticker down below, mnimitz@farmersagent.com. When you reach out to Mark, let him know that John and Jim from the wrap-up show sent you.
All right, Padres win game one. They're 8-0 at home. They're 11-3 overall. They avoid Tatis going on the IL. Heading into the day, we didn't know what was going to happen. We're like, are Tatis and Cronenworth in the lineup? And then the first shoe to drop was Cronenworth is on the IL. And that is this non-displaced rib fracture that, according to Kevin Acee, who was on with us today, could be a month's time. He would be very surprised, and I think we all agree, if he came off the IL in 10 days. So you're going to be down Jay Cronenworth for, let's say, weeks. How many? Mm-hmm. That's to be determined. But let's say 2 to 4 or more weeks for Cronenworth. Merrill also, there's no guarantee that the day that Merrill is eligible to come off the IL, if you listen to Mike Schilt, and we do obsessively, there's no guarantee that he'll come off the day he's eligible. Maybe within a day or 2 or 3. But you're without Merrill, you're without Cronenworth. But again, they dodged it with Tatis. And he proved tonight, I think, if he's not healthy, then gosh, what does he look like when he's healthy? Because he had a huge night at the plate. But I mean, again, the Cronenworth thing is a concern. It surprised us, Jim. We thought, based on what they had said, maybe he would be okay. And it turns out he actually broke a rib that they found out yesterday with an MRI.
I mean, look, if Tatis at 65% in 2021 with one shoulder,
right.
It's 40 plus home runs. If a Tatis that's like 85% or 90% right now, probably in the 80s, say 85% with the shoulder, still, I mean, that it's almost like he's like, take it,
Yeah, definitely.
Because he's dealt with it before. I don't think it's anywhere close to, I don't think it's anywhere.
Right, stop talking. Stop talking. Everyone that is here right now, can we please recognize Johnny Blaze? This is as generous of a super as we've ever had in the history of the wrap-up show.
$100 super chat.
I don't even know what to say, Johnny.
Johnny Blaze, fire emojis in the chat, everybody. Fire emojis in the chat.
Wow.
Thanks, Johnny Blaze. You're the man, buddy.
Well,
What's up,
leave
boys?
that up
Nando
for
looks
a while.
good. Thank God. Looks okay. Thanks God. Yeah.
Thanks for sending Jones to college, Johnny, because he wasn't going otherwise in all likelihood. That is very generous. The
Thank
vibes
you.
are awesome in the channel, with the chat, with Padres Twitter, with the community, with this team, right? Like everything's really good. I don't know if it's going to be like that all year, Jim. I just don't know because we've followed this team for a long time and it's not always as good as it is right now. But that is super, super cool, Johnny. And we appreciate you. And
thanks, man.
Please. Yeah, that's very, very, very generous. It really is.
Thank you. I see everybody in the chat right now giving fire emojis.
Let's keep those coming. Let's keep those coming.
Keep them
Let's
coming.
make sure to subscribe for Johnny and get in the chat and
hit
interact.
that like button as well. We love it.
Hit that like button, right?
Yep.
I'm seeing
No, that's
emojis
awesome,
in
Thank
there.
you. Appreciate it, buddy. Yeah, Tatis looks good. Thank goodness. And hopefully he stays healthy. And I'm cool with a two-handed bat swing. Seems like, he's done it before, so it's not like new to him. It's like, here we go again. But 2 hits tonight.
I'm gonna open a kombucha because of Johnny. I'll be right back.
Oh, okay. Kombucha. There we go. Johnny, you're the man. John's getting a kombucha.
Tell them about pull up a photo of our doll.
Oh yeah, hold on here. If I get this right here. So do you guys know that AI trend? It's like, what is it? Hold on. I don't think I can do this. What kind of kombucha are you getting?
Nova.
Of course you are. Must be nice. Hold on. All
Cheers, Johnny.
Cheers, Johnny. So you guys know about the AI like trend right now, like the action figures, right? It's gone everywhere. Like it's gone viral. It started this
Have
past
the Padres
week.
done it yet? Because we've seen like college teams do it. Have we seen Padres?
I have not seen the Padres do it, no. But I'm sure they will. I mean,
everyone has.
It's basically Chat GPT, which is free to do. You go to Chat GPT, you upload a like full body clear picture of yourself, and then you just say like, turn me into an action figure, put me inside of a, box or whatever. And then you can describe like what you want in the box. And like, so I was like up last night and I was doing these and some of them were hilarious. I put on our Twitter account at John and Jim that AI made me like 4 feet tall.
Yeah.
Like I look like a child action figure, but, you can check out our Instagram page at John and Jim or Twitter. And this is what it looks like. What do you guys think?
Yes. This is all because of Johnny. Okay. Wait, no, this is the updated one.
Yeah, this is the one I posted. I thought this one was the best one so far.
So what we have here is obviously
on cue.
Oh my gosh, on cue, the Kleenex for Jim sneezing. Oh my gosh, the kombucha for the kombucha. This is hilarious.
This is right on cue. So I sneeze, John has a kombucha, and that's what's in our action
and
figure.
Padres hat and 2 microphones.
I didn't even plan it.
It's like perfect.
Wow.
It's freaking perfect.
That's funny. I haven't sneezed all day, and the second I pull it up, I sneezed.
How did you do that? I have no idea how you did that because I did it and it didn't look anything like that.
I can tell you how I did it.
Well, I know you did it, Chat GPT, but you did it with such specificity, so specific.
I know I did. So let me show you what I did. All right, I'll tell you what I did. Where is it? So I uploaded like a picture of us, and this is going off the rails because the Padres kicked the shit out of the Rockies tonight.
Oh, we should put this on like the merch site, like a picture of us as dolls.
I wish. Like a picture of us as dolls? No, we need the actual doll. I need the actual figure, bro.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
I said, draw.
Oh, the Mova Globe would be amazing on there.
A Mova Globe.
Does it know what that is?
I said, draw action figure toys of these two people in the photo. The figures should be full figures with both of them in one blister box together with the name John and Jim on the top and San Diego Sports 760 at the bottom. The box should be Padres colors. Accessories in the box should be 2 microphones, a Padres hat, one kombucha, and a box of Kleenex. And that's what I got.
You need to add Mova Globe and insurance papers as an accessory. These should be giveaways at Petco, dude. That'd be awesome.
That'd be cool.
It'd be super cool.
I think it's kind of cool. So check it out. There you go.
Oh, okay, Jim.
Already?
Already done it. Winners Find Solutions? Jim, get that thing on the internet.
Well, okay.
By the way, I tried doing Jones in there, and it looks nothing like my son.
Well, yeah, because you don't have to work like internet stuff.
I don't know what I'm doing, but thank you, Jeff. We're going to check that out. Jeff is working like around the clock for us.
Yeah,
and
I don't know how it happened, but it just happened.
It's greatly appreciated. Johnny, again, thank you, man. I don't know where we went from this, but good vibes. We appreciate your support, man. We really do. Very kind. HBBBV is back. He says Tommy Edmond grew up a Padres fan and is from La Jolla. Thank you.
Thank you for Tommy Edmond, for that little nugget.
We appreciate that nugget, HBBV. While we have a moment, Jim, we can get back to it. Can we tell our viewers about Mova Globes? Speaking of Mova Globes.
Sure, go ahead.
All right, so Mova Globes are available for all 30 Major League teams. Whatever team you love, we've got a Mova Globe for you. These are officially licensed. They spin automatically with artificial or natural light. This is an amazing product. You can click the link in the description down below, and if you use promo code PWS10, PWS10, you're getting 10% off. This company's based in San Diego. This technology was literally invented in Cardiff by the Sea, which if you've never been, is a lovely little town in North County. Imagine just sitting in Cardiff by the Sea and be like, I have an idea. Let me come up with a spinning globe. And that's exactly what happened. So these are just phenomenal. Your family's going to love them. If you've got a baseball fan in your life, this is an amazing gift idea for the baseball fan that has everything. You can get 10% off with promo code PWS10. Click that link in the description down below. But they're really phenomenal. And they have more than just Major League Baseball globes. They have planetary globes and all kinds of globes. But pick them up while available by clicking that link in the description down below.
Yeah, these are cool.
They're really cool.
Pick up a Mova Globe today for an office, for a bookshelf, for a work desk, home desk. If you're a Padres fan, go check it out today.
David, thank you. I saw David shoots, I think, at Petco, and he replied to something we put on social media. He replied to our action figure with his action figure on social media, and it's in the chat right now. So super cool, David. Appreciate your support. Appreciate the interaction as well. What else in this game tonight, folks? Where Tatis homers and Gavin Sheets homers, and Jose Iglesias has 2 hits in 1 inning, including the go-ahead hit in the 5th inning in a scoreless game. Bogarts continues to produce, had another base hit in this game and walked, so reached base safely a couple of times. Elias Diaz, the production they're getting out of catcher, and I get it. Are they going to hit 1 million home runs? Are they going to have crazy slug numbers? Maybe not. But the productivity they're getting offensively from their catchers has been far exceeding anyone's expectations, including mine.
Oh, not in a million years would I think the catchers for this team would be doing what they're doing. And guys like Martin Maldonado would be hitting well over 300 for them this year. How long will it last? Don't know. But hey, like I said, ride the wave, ride the hot streak while you can. They're doing a good job of mixing and matching those two, and they're not, overworking them. So, yeah, so far so good, and no complaints with them. Really, no complaints. And I thought there was going to be a lot of complaints early on. Still could be. Still a good amount of time for these 2 catchers to regress, obviously. But as of right now, no complaints whatsoever. I'm glad that I'm proven wrong 13 games into the season so far.
100%. And the other point here, and thank you, Mark. I mean, the story of the night that we haven't even touched on is Nick Pivetta, when on, has elite stuff. He just threw his fastball and blew it by the Rockies all night long. He had like 10 strikeouts, 9 on fastballs. He threw his fastball for strikes like 70+% of the time. And he says, how about some love for Nikki P and that live four-seamer tonight? I mean, that thing gets on you. If he plays well versus the better teams, that deal is fire. I think the deal's fire. Even if there's a little bit of ups and downs, like that's a very team-friendly deal, which the Padres are currently in the market for, these team-friendly deals. So I think he's had a couple of really encouraging starts, and that gives me a lot of excitement for what's possible with Nick Pivetta this year.
Yeah, if he's going to pitch like that at Petco Park, I mean,
Yeah.
2 starts where he has been unhittable. Now, he faced the Rockies tonight. Say what you want to say about that. But, the Braves were also ice cold, like when you face them as well. But still, I don't care. I bet you if you could face any team in baseball, he was going to be good against them. His stuff was just that good that put any team out there, any lineup, with got command of the fastball, command of all his pitches, you're gonna do well versus whoever you face. Good pitching always beats good hitting. So if he's gonna pitch like that at Petco Park, woo-wee.
Yeah, he's just like confident. I like watching him throw. He's just like he's kind of like a bulldog, a little bit.
Oh, for sure, 100%
he
bulldog.
attacks, and he throws hard, and he gets swings. He got a ton of swings and misses tonight. Really good sign. I mean, really good signing and a really good sign. The way he's pitched, especially at Petco. To your point, his first couple of starts at Petco Park. Again, we mentioned Yuki Matsui. He works a scoreless inning. Alec Jacob works a scoreless inning. Matsui struck out the side. Jacob struck out 2. I mean, the 2 innings of relief, they struck out 5. Their bullpen ERA this year coming into tonight, or maybe it's now, it was the best in baseball, but I think it was 1.65 coming into tonight. They went 2 scoreless, so maybe 1.6 team ERA. I mean, you got a team that leads baseball, Jim, in batting average. That's encouraging. And you've got a team with the best bullpen ERA. And I think as a staff, they're a top 3 ERA, including their rotation, even though the rotation at times has struggled a little bit. But again, to go 11-3, you got to have everything click. And guess what? Mm-hmm. Everything's clicked.
Everything has clicked. The bullpen, the top 4 guys, they could be special this year. Morahone.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Estrada, Adam, Suarez. Whew. And AJ get to the deadline, you're just going to add to it.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's what he did last year. He said, F it. I'm not only are we going all in, I am making this bullpen as dominant as I possibly can. And they were. They just didn't have an opportunity in games 4 or 5. And that was the most frustrating part. You give this team a lead, through 5 innings, you go to that bullpen and you just go to work. I mean, nobody remembers because of the 24 scoreless. Go back and watch game 5 and watch how dominant Tanner Scott and Jason Adam were in game 5. Like, yes, Darvish pitched beautifully, but then when they went to Adam and Scott, just filth.
Right.
And that's just point. You just have a dominant back end of the bullpen, you're going to win a shit ton of games.
Yeah. Like you said, the offense just didn't give him a chance, unfortunately, in games 4 and 5. But it wasn't because of the bullpen. That's for sure.
No.
I was going to say, it is Kyle Hart tomorrow. Obviously, his last start was awful. Right. So hopefully there's a bounce back. Again, he doesn't have to be perfect, I would say, against the Rockies, but hopefully much better and goes, 4 2/3 plus innings, that type of outing. Your bullpen's rested a little bit. You didn't play Thursday. Now you went just 2 innings with your bullpen. You didn't use high leverage relievers here tonight. So he doesn't have to go 5+ innings, but you'd like him to go, 4 2/3 plus innings if possible tomorrow. But yeah, this bullpen right now really is stacked. One thing I did want to mention, Jim, it came up on John and Jim. Our loyal viewer, Murray, we found out this week, passed away, sadly. Yeah. I definitely want to mention that because we didn't mention it on John and Jim because we do a radio show and that's tough to mention with a chat going on YouTube on the radio show. But I was sad news because he's a big time supporter. He was here for years interacting with a lot of you here on the wrap up show. And this is such a tight knit community of thousands of Padres fans. So if you're wondering where Murray is, unfortunately we found out, I think from his son who joined us on John and Jim in the chat just to say, hey, Murray loved you guys. And love this community and the interaction. But unfortunately, we found out that he has passed away. So thoughts and prayers with Murray's family because again, he was an ardent supporter of the wrap up show, and I know a big fan of a lot of people here in the chat each and every day.
Yeah. Yeah, it's brutal to see. You know, we never.
I don't know the circumstance.
I don't know either. We never met Murray in a person.
No, I don't believe I ever met him.
No, but he was a big part of the community. There were times where, I mean, there were times like everything, right? You're just like, okay, bro, you know, I get it.
Like everyone.
Yes, because he was a big mainstay in the chat. But
certainly,
yeah, pour one for Murray tonight. Yeah, I know.
Yeah. So I just want to make sure everyone was aware because, again, people that support our work, we appreciate, and all you guys are here so often. And, you know, if you're wondering where Murray is, unfortunately, we found out the news that he has passed away. So thinking about Murray, rest in peace. And thank you guys for your condolences and well wishes there in the chat. What else, Jim? You're going to pick up your mother-in-law from the airport?
Yes, I am. She just landed, actually. So
from the Carolinas, right?
Correct.
So what is she doing here? Visiting?
Well, it's Aaron's birthday next week.
Oh.
And yeah.
Okay. That's a good enough reason.
Yep.
It's her daughter's birthday.
Yeah. So, and I know her dad right now is having almost like a golf weekend. All of his high school buddies came to North Carolina to have a golfing weekend. So she also didn't want to be surrounded by all of his friends this weekend. So it's perfect time to come out to see us. So, yeah.
Okay. Very cool.
I'm not leaving her stranded, Beef. I'm going to go pick her up once this is done. She's not even at her gate yet. Yeah.
Okay. Well, we have a few minutes. Hold on. Let me just load something up here, Jim, if it will load.
Or by the way, real quick, we had Tim Haggerty, voice of the El Paso Chihuahuas, on today.
Mm-hmm.
And we asked him, is there a name that, you know, Padres fans could, you know, look out for potentially to come up to the big leagues? He mentioned Trenton Brooks, right? Trenton Brooks.
Yeah.
Well, he homered again tonight. He has 2 home runs for El Paso, John. He has 5 home runs, 17 RBI with a 383 average and a 1276 OPS in 12 games.
Yeah, I know. I just looked at his stats before today, and he was tearing the cover off the baseball. I think Campusano has homered tonight.
Campusano. Let's be real here. That place is a bandbox.
It really is. Those offensive numbers are stupid.
Yeah, they
really are.
It helps you get your swing back.
What's that?
I said it kind of helps you feel confident in your swing.
Oh, 1,000%. Guys, we do want to remind you, which one fits better? There we go.
There you go.
We want to remind you about our friends at Underdog, because you can win up to 1,000 times your money in a single night if you use promo code PODSWRAP. That's PADSWRAP. Click the link in the description down below. You get a free gimme pick and a 50% deposit match if you use promo code PODSWRAP, PADSWRAP. It's so simple and easy. Anyone can win. You can win hundreds, if not thousands of dollars. Again, you can win 1,000 times your money in a single night. With the gimme pick, it'll be like higher or lower than LeBron James a half total point in a game. So he'll score the half point, right? And then you just pair it with any other pick, and you can pair it with anything across all sports. So it could be like Fernando Tatis Jr., higher than a half total walk, with LeBron James, higher than a half total point, and you'd be a winner. And then the more pick'ems you play, you know, if you add in a third or fourth, you pair it with Manny Machado or pair it with another NBA game, it can go from 10 times your money to 50 times your money to 100 times your money to 1,000 times your money. So it couldn't be simpler, couldn't be easier. We've had some huge wins on this channel. Play along Major League Baseball games, NBA playoffs, and more. Click the link in the description down below. Use promo code PODSWRAP. That's PADSWRAP. That's PADSWRAP to get the 50% deposit match and a free gimme pick when you sign up for Underdog Fantasy.
Yeah, when you sign up, use our promo code PODSWRAP. If you're not using it, shame on you. There's a QR code right there. Download the Underdog Fantasy app. Promo code PODSWRAP, PADSWRAP.
Lyle, thank you for the super. We appreciate you, man. And we appreciate everyone being here. Please subscribe and thank you for the super chats. You can click the $ below like Lyle did. And he says, hey, guys, love the show. Born in San Diego and raised in Minnesota. We'll be at the series in Minneapolis in August. That's super cool.
Nice.
Very
They
cool.
play the Twins?
Well, they play all the teams, right?
I should know. I've read the schedule 75 times already.
They play the Twins this year.
Wow.
They
Okay.
They play all the teams, in fact. So thank you, Lyle, for supporting the channel, for your membership. I think you became a member earlier tonight. Yeah. So thank you, Lyle. Appreciate you, dude.
Thanks, Lyle.
We do.
Awesome.
Anything else, Jim, you want to get off your chest before we get out of here until Sunday night?
No, got nothing else. I think we should end it on this one's for you, Murray. May you rest in peace. Thank you for always joining us and be a loyal viewer. And we'll miss you in the chat, buddy.
No doubt about it. I agree with that. Again, please support our partners. A little bit of a quickened version of the wrap-up show here tonight. Jim's on his way to the airport. We'll be back with you on Sunday night, recapping this Padres Rockies series, and then looking ahead to the Cubs series coming up next week as well. Great start, obviously, for the Padres in the series and overall at 11-3. What a division this could turn out to be in 2025, and what a fast start it has been for San Diego. Support our partners, please. Mark Nimitz at Farmers Insurance. Click the link in the description down below. Hamul Casino, thank you for your support of the wrap-up show as well. Mova Globes, use promo code PWS10 if you want 10% off these bad boys. And again, Underdog Fantasy, use promo code PODSWRAP, that's PADSWRAP, for a 50% deposit match plus a free gimme pick. We appreciate you guys. Be well, be safe. We will see you Sunday night around 9:30 Pacific on the wrap-up show. For Jim, I'm John. Thanks, guys. Have a good night. Be well.